Mokwena. I am your host, and this, of course, is a place where we love South African football, we love African football, and of course, every now and then we dip our toes into Europe. But today we're back to some local football because, hey, last night, big few man, abanye basalema today and the others went through to the final, and that is how last night panned out in the CAF Champions League, where we saw Orlando Pirates crashing out of the CAF Champions League, and then of course Mamelodi Sundowns making it through to the final for the first time since Pitso Mosimane, and Mr. Caruso kind of proves his points. But we are back in the dstv, not dstv, Betway Premiership, where Kaizer Chiefs is going to take on Marumo Gallants. Don't worry, man. Makosi next week is siyangena nathi. I mean, next year siyangena nathi we CAF Confed Cup. We have qualified for the CAF Confed Cup by virtue of making it through to the Nedbank final. So that's going to be very, very, very interesting to see. But today we're going to face Marumo Gallants, a team that is number 11 on the log. They've got 25 games played, 7 wins, 6 draws, and 12 losses. They've scored 22 goals. They've conceded 36. For a grand total of 27 points. Now, in their last 5 games, they have 2 draws, 1 loss, and 2 wins. The last game out was a 1-1 draw versus Golden Arrows. And then, of course, they lost to Orlando Pirates on the 13th of April, 1-0. Kaizer Chiefs, on the other hand, is sitting at number 8, 24 games played, 8 wins, 6 draws, 10 losses. They've scored 22 goals. They've conceded 27 for a grand total of 30 points. Now, the points tally is very interesting because it seems as though Royal AM has finally been moved away completely from the league, and because they were expelled, the rule says that it's going to be as if they've never played a league game. It's going to be as if nobody has played against them, and that is why our points are sitting at 30 right now. Last 5 games, Kaizer Chiefs has 2 draws, 2 losses, and a win. Last game out was the 0-0 draw versus Chipa. Then on the 13th of April, we were able to beat Mamelodi Sundowns 2-1. When it comes to starting lineups, you have Arubi in goal, Washington Arubi, Mabucha Sibia, Matia Nengube, Mukobodi, Msendami, Nemtajela, Nhlapo, Mahlatsi, and Dion. Then, of course, on Kaizer Chiefs' side, very, very interesting mix of players, guys. Very, very interesting mix of players. Vuma Cross, Mashiani, Quinika, Solomons, Mark Tele, Shabalala, Dupris, Lilepo, and Duba. What a mix. What a mix of players that we have there. In the last 5 games that these two teams have played against each other, Kaizer Chiefs has 3 wins, there have been 2 draws, and Marumo Gallants has yet to beat Kaizer Chiefs. Okay, good news first. Not only are we Nedbank Cup finalists, but the DDC team has been able to win the DDC. So that means our idiski challenge team, the development, the reserve team, whatever you want to call them, have won their league. Competition that was won by Stellenbosch last year. They're going to be going to the Next Gen Cup, and we'll see what they can do there. But this is really good for Coach Vela and the boys. Well done to the DDC team for winning the DDC. Over 10 years drought, says Ubongs. Yes, man. Oh, Polokwane City is also playing. Okay, Autumn. Okay. I'll pull it up. I'll follow it from a distance just for you, Autumn. Okay, let me find it. Polokwane City. Hey, that defense. This defense scares me. This defense. I am not sure. Polokwane City is facing Supersport United. Polokwane City, of course, being 6th place. 1 point ahead of Kaizer Chiefs, and then of course Supersport is trying to fight out of that relegation, relegation zone. Excuse me, they've got 23 points and they are number 14. So we'll follow it for autumn's sake. Follow up, but we are watching Kaizer Chiefs. Okay, let me do this. Mayele, he's 30 years old. We don't want him. Then he knocks out Pirates. I was gonna ask you guys. You saw Fiston Mayele. Is he the answer for Kaizer Chiefs' scoring drought, or is he going to be another player that, you know, has won everything with Pyramids and then they're coming to retire Konechurena at 30 years old? Butlali says, let's just tie the lever. 1 goal and you go home, says Butlali. Mishak says, congratulations to the boys. They're going to England. Michelle says, this should be a motivation to you all. It should be, Shem. Onko Siama, already see a Kotsi. Koke, welcome, Koke. Koke. I'll just send the message. Oh. This defense. Let me just read the rest of these messages. Then we go there. Who do I support now? Polokwane or Supersport? Ah, Michelle. Oh, God. Give on my man. The competition is starting to Zumsian. How true is it next season will be 18 teams? I haven't heard anything about that, but they have said that they might be relegating 2 teams from the NFD because of this. Okay. We've gotten through the church announcements. Now we're going to speak about the starting lineup. Cross as a center back with Quinika. Yo, Namawe. I don't know how I feel about that because Duba. You see, I just wanna hold on that moment right there with Duba pulling his shot wide. Do you guys see the difference between South African players and players from other countries? Last night, Ahly had a similar opportunity. Similar. There were actually 2. There was one that was closer to the D, and there was one that was a little bit wide. But in both cases, they made sure to hit the goalkeeper, at the very least, hit the goalkeeper, make the goalkeeper think about it. But look at that. He just pulled it wide in J, just for vibes. He pulled it wide. Nope, ages against him. Cross is the center back, guys. It's Cross and Quinika center back. Miguel is sitting on the bench. On the bench, we have Ntwari McCarthy, Miguel Castillo, Mtetwa Matou, Ngobo Morris Potan. Chiefs will lose. It's not a prediction. It's a spoiler, says Lone Wolf. Ufuna le starting lineup. Ufuna le starting lineup nge-10. That wasn't a shot. Ay, Bukhali. It just says they're not the same. Kasi GP says, here we go against stress. I didn't say they were the same. I said that at the very least in those areas, try and make the goalkeeper work. There was a secondary one that was from a very bad angle, but the guy at least forced Ronwen into a save. Had to pull all types of shots. We're gonna win, mark my words, says Hopa. OT, I told you players don't get in the box. It's good enough. Said, Mara guys, did you check on Pirates? Oh, hey, guys, your friend from Pirates is still your friend, guys. Check on your Pirates friends. Give them a hug, man. I was so disappointed last night, but if you want to watch my review, it is available on YouTube. I'm scared of Zwani's career not playing. But Kali, we need better planning for the kids, honestly speaking. We need better planning for the youth guys. I mean, for example, if you look at Marumo Gallants' team, Mahlatsi is playing, he's a starter. Mahlatsi is playing in this game. He could have been doing this. Maybe you loan him out to Marumo Gallants 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Maybe you loan him out then, he gets some game time. If he wants to come back, he comes back. If he doesn't, at least you're selling a player that's got something under their, some games under their wings there. So this is a very interesting thing. A lot of them, Abomfundo, you saw what happened to Shabalala's growth, the way it dipped after a while. We need to come up with plans for these players and make sure that, you know, if they can't grow at Chiefs, at least let them grow somewhere else so that you can, at the very least, have an asset that you can sell. You get what I mean? But this thing of them sitting. Defense Marunga, Mara Michelle. But he says, I'm Sundowns, but I'm happy. But I'll be happy if Chiefs lose. Maraponi. Wait, Ileshapa Al-Ahly, the record holders of the CAF Champions League. You are through to the final. You are number 1 on the log. Mara still, you have to come and give us negativity. Oh, guys, that's Chiefs. Please. As a belief, guys. We don't have our passports. Our problems don't have passports. Ridalla libo marumo. Ripatela top 8. Please. Just because Releshapile 2 weeks ago. Guys. You had to sacrifice the Nedbank Cup to get the CAF Champions League. Within 5 minutes, let's starting lineup. Pirates fans never woke up. I'm not seeing them, man. Where are the Pirates fans? Pirates fans, are you here? I don't know, man. How much is the Kaizer Chiefs? I know billionaire wants to invest. Oh, do you know how much money you'd have to... me, if I own Kaizer Chiefs and you came to me with an offer, it would have to be an insane offer. How do you plan for kids who don't have senior players? Bukhali says Zwani should be loaned out to Stellies, be a backup number 10. Karabo says tuning into a comedy show. Mara, I love seeing OT's team lose. Michelle. Oh, Mart is in the starting lineup. I'm scared because they're playing. Marumo Gallants is playing. Like Chiefs hasn't had the best of exchanges here in the beginning. Nangu man was first from Stellies. But you don't start. Okay, Hansel, it's fine. With these players, we could have done what David Beckham did, took a loan to Preston. True. I remember Arsenal used to use Bolton a lot. I'm watching on TV. I'm watching on the TV. Solomon's mind is not in the right place. Yeah. Thank you, Claudie. Thank you, Claudie. Claudie Lilepo. Ah. Thank you. Number 99. We've scored. Tanko, 1-0, 1-0. Simple, cut inside and shoot. That's what we want. Cut inside and shoot. Let's go, Lilepo. Hey, Claudie Lilepo. Hey, eating update is score, man. Eating update is score. Hi, man. 1-0, 10 minutes in. Yeah, we saw the Kotsi. The Kotsi is getting further and further away now. Now, cheers. Yeah, you see, when you see chest there, you don't see the brothers. What a goal. That was a great goal. That was a great goal. Okay, you're losing. Michelle, Sawina, please. This is what Modi like to do. Not the same, but a similar type of move. And Modi tries to put it into the other corner. But Glody Lilepo getting the ball on the left-hand side of Chiefs' attack, literally on the line, eliminating two players, cutting inside and taking a shot just outside the box, which he puts into the left-hand corner of the goalkeeper's goal, or the left-hand side of the goalkeeper's goal. It did seem to take a little bit of a deflection, but like we say, it's not written deflection on the scoreboard. Guys, kupari give the team yaka ikorile. Bo Michelle ba mingile, but it's not working out. Give me some gifts, please. Yeah, that was a great goal. That was a great goal. It felt like a training goal. Counter again. Counter again. This is one of those games. Counter again. Why is Dupree's catching the... You're supposed to be making the runs, boy. Please. Siyawina, please. But actually point to le Riley so we need to win. The sounds are not working, Autumn. The sounds are not working. I've been trying to fix it. It's not working out, man. Don't like the other team, OT. You cried 90 minutes. Guys, can you please just let me go, guys? Let me be happy, Mara. Why must you remind me about things? Good shot, doing what Modi fails at. Marumo were wiping out tears with Chiefs. We bought an African Vini here, says Hopa. I can't say the rest of the name. Oh. This is all I'm saying, man. This is all I'm saying. At least put it on target, man. You can't see sign. I will get sued. I will get banned. I will get everything if I was to show you the game right now. And I like talking to you guys here on live. So please don't ask me, man, to show the game. Copyright doesn't allow me to. Betway would never allow it. The PSL would never allow it. And most importantly, Supersport will never allow it. The only thing I'm allowed to say is, if you want to watch this game, 202, Supersport, or Showmax Premier League. But Marumo's playing, guys. Marumo's playing, guys. Like, I'm happy that we scored, but there's no resistance. There's no resistance here. Maybe we should have brought in Mteto for this game, yes. But from what I'm seeing, if we can win the ball back properly, there is an opportunity to hit Marumo on the counter, because Marumo is committing 5 players into the front line and another following 1 or 2. So if you can hamper Dupree's in this game, I think we can get something. But I'm a little bit afraid for that defense because they don't look as counter Counter. Bruce, counter. Oh, what's happening? Is it a foul? Yes, Papa Khosi. We won the DDC. So the Chiefs reserve team, as they call it, is the champions of the DDC. Well done to Coach Vela. Well done to Coach Shepard. Sheppy went down there, man. Marumo didn't get the memo. The week is going to be longer for the Buccaneers, says Karabo. Solomon's. Blom is not in the lineup. Yeah, Blom is not in the lineup. He's not on the bench either at all. Mashian is playing left back. Watching Zwani to Shabalala is diabolic. Tyler. Mara Tyler K. We must just win, please. DDC is the only league Chiefs will win. I want Chiefs to lose all their games. I don't want them in the top 8. I despise them. But Mr. K, guys, why are you guys coming with this energy? Let us be happy. We were happy with people yesterday. We were happy with people who were celebrating 8 o'clock. Babanka 10. Man, ne really supporter. Now, just like that, but it's fine. Okay, here comes Kaizer Chiefs. Look, if there's one player that I've been impressed with over the past couple of weeks, it has to be Ukros. Kroos was one of the players that was under immense pressure. Every time he came on, there was mistakes, or people were blaming him for a lot of the things that were happening. I still believe that Kroos isn't necessarily a bad player, he just didn't have cover. But anyway, to be able to rebound when he's finally put in a position to succeed is what I wanted to see. And what I mean by position to succeed is that Ukros was playing a high left back. He was running up. He was joining the attack. And because he didn't have cover in front of him, whenever we were broken on, he would be 2v1. He would have to go and break and and go and defend a little bit higher and do all of those things, which left him exposed, right? It's only until maybe, let's say, the Mamelodi Sundowns game where Modi was told to sit back and actually help him out. A very Dikokwe type of role that he's playing right now. And I think he's looked great. Very minimal mistakes. Now, how he plays the centre back, I don't know. We'll just have to see. But yeah, I want to give Kroos credit, man. Even Mart, I want to give Mart credit. But Mart needs to play higher. He needs to play as a higher 8. He's very good at winning the ball up the pitch, like up a little bit higher in the pitch. He can win the ball. He fights, right? We saw it in the previous games. We saw it in the Chippa game. That's when I started noticing it. But he needs a 6 that's going to basically mark for him, essentially. He shouldn't be the 6 that's taking too much responsibility, to be honest. It's nice seeing Happy play. Hey, Happy's sin was that red card in the Champions League final. Huh? Sundowns, welcome back to the finals. You are now the latest South African team to get to the Champions League final. Before that, it was Kaizer Chiefs, just by the way. Vilakazi also not on the bench. No, the DDC team is better than the senior team, says Umsiana. Michelle says it will be back in the 65th minute. Michelle, no mince maubani, o mince minyi. Oh, please. We're happy people at the moment, says Alton Tabi. OT's Pirates fans who lost, they jealous. Jealous Kosana said himself that Kaizer Chiefs will win today. Papa Jose says they're not tapping the screen, they're not gifting, they're just giving negative energy. Imagine, at least if you're gonna say something negative about Chiefs, Kenya gifty pile, and then ukabua anything about Tankwebu. Oh. Atilula, okay. I want to see McCarthy on the pitch. 3-0. 3-0, then we'll see McCarthy. Vilakazi, is that the under-20 AFCON? Why would you let players go? Anyway, it's fine. At least he's representing the country. Supersport just scored. Did they just score? I don't know who's coaching Supersport now. It's Andre Aronson, eh? Here comes another Marumo Gallants corner. Yo, cross. Oh, cross. Oh, Boomer, where are you going? Oh, Sahil scored. Wow. Chiefs is not serious, says P. Watching Polokwane and Supersport can't take Chiefs winning. Ay, carabo. How are we doing at the moment? Marumo Gallants has put us under pressure, even though we've scored. Super great individual brilliance from Lelepo. That's what's given us the goal. I must speak about what, Butlal? What do you want me to speak about? Okay, so for those just joining, 1-0. Kaizer Chiefs is leading 1-0. Glody Lelepo was able to find a goal. Here they come again. Why? Guys, Patrice, is he a striker? Is he a winger? Duba, is he a striker? Is he a 10? Is he a winner? Lelepo, is he a striker or is he a winger? Please let me know in the comments what you guys think their actual positions are, because now I just see them running around. I never want to see Patrice on the wing, honestly speaking, because Patrice can't cross, he can't cut back, he doesn't make the right choices there. I'd much rather see him in the striking position, that at least you give him some chances, he might be able to finish something. But otherwise, Corner Kaizer Chiefs, Mashiane comes over to take it. Defense is a problem. Vilakazi going to AFCON. Ow, which man is this, Michelle? Oh, all of them are your men. Mokwena? Patrice is the 9, says Autumn. Duba is the striker, but Patrice, I don't know. You see? Not historically. I don't want to know what they were historically. I want to know. Moko Chiefs. What is it? Supersport United 1, Polokwane City 0. Eesh. Any changes needed? Nice try. On my side, I see them separated. I see the messages and I see the gifts separated. Nice try. Lelepo, who should be up front, is clearly the best finisher Kaizer Chiefs has. It was. Almost. Dubai is the striker, but Patrice, I don't know, he's all over the place. So are we just putting them in just for just then? Karabo says Patrice needs a good coach to tell him he should run out of the stadium. It's nice to be happy while Bomaki Balla says Austin Tabi. Austin Tabi. Bomaki Babatu. Nehututsi Babani. I think Patrice is a striker. You need Patrice making central runs in behind. This thing of playing him at wing just because he's got pace, what does he do with the pace? What can he do with the pace? It's not his situation. It's not where he's meant to be. It was so quiet. Oh, it was so quiet. Yo. Machivzi, I hope you guys are doing laser training. I hope you guys are doing smoke training. We want to see yellow smoke when we go to the CAF Champions League. The CAF Confed. We want to see yellow smoke, please. Canada's PSL teams. Hey! Donut! Yeah. Thank you, Papa Khosi. Perfume. Thank you, Papa Khosi. This is the best time to play Pirates. Not the best time. Have you ever played somebody who's angry? Yo? Look at Saili living his best life at Supersport. Look at him living his best life at Supersport. Look at that finished guy header. Is that what we were supposed to do for him? Near post headers. Parents are going to take the stress out on you guys, I'm telling you. Going to concede soon, says P. Wait, that's Gayton McKenzie. Who's that in the middle? I wanted to say Makate, but who's that in the middle? No, I'm just saying that Sahil is scoring, guys. That's all I'm saying. No one's fighting anyone. Just trying to fix Kaizer Chiefs football. C-Sign says Dupree should be played as a 10, then sub in Shabalala as a 9. Believe me, we're going to do fine. What if we do it the other way around? Shabalala as the 10 and then Dupree as the 9. He can't really say I'm done, I'm leaving, and he just never left. Oh! We're still in Egypt waiting for the other team to level matters. That was mean. That was so mean. That was so mean. You guys are mean. Lepo was the scorer. Lepo. Horrible football, I have to be honest. Hey, horrible football. But there's no such thing as a horrible 3 points. They don't write horrible on the scoreboard, man, on the table. Something wrong with Kaizer Chiefs. How does Sahile do well on the other side and not in Kaizer Chiefs? Teams have got an issue, man. The problem is that Dupree's has no ball control of late. Kalaba says we're still in SA waiting for Chiefs to If it stays like this, Kaizer Chiefs would be moving up to position 6. You won't get top 8. Night top 8. Night top 8. They think they're funny. Monkey boy, Pensela boy. Who are you crossing it to? Should have passed it the other way, Duba. You should have passed it the other way, Duba. There was a run. "25 minutes in, it is 1-0 to Kaizer Chiefs. Kaizer Chiefs top 6. No, if it stays like this, Kaizer Chiefs would be number 6. They showed it on the Supersport thing. But also, the Royal AM points have been taken away. So if you won versus Royal AM, it's -3 in the points column. That is Troile, but -1. OT is getting top 8 in achievement. Hey guys, it's an achievement right now relative to what's been happening. Surprise. With the last energy invested in me, I pray Marumo wins. With the second last energy invested in me, Chiefs will win. Oops, sorry about that. I was just feeling a little bit cold. Sorry about that. I am back. 27 minutes in. It is 1-0. Okay, let's see. Party goal coming. I wish Arrows to draw a cover. This game will end cut draw. Hi, guys. Maraking Kaluna, man. Let us be happy, man. Now, this is not Cairo. Huh? This is not the January 23rd stadium. This is not Cairo International. It's FNP. Can you let us be happy, man? Actually, Sundowns. Sundowns are going to take the final to Loftus. No. Pirates is going to be the ones that were going to take the final to FNB. Or one of the legs of the final to FNB. I was going to say, guys, don't you want to borrow the stadium? Normally Sundowns, you can borrow the stadium. We'll make them walk from the other dressing room on the other side. You know, anything to help out the South African team. I know Butlali hates it when I say that. Yeah, Zintoga is a very big loss. Zintoga would have been giving Solomons a very hard time right now. Solomons has been playing a little bit poorly. He's been off his game. If Zintoga was here, he would have done something. Even in the game that they played versus Pirates, I believe if Zintoga was there, they could have gotten something from that game, to be honest with you. Why can't we have scanners like Kele? This Chiefs is not ready for next week. Boss Mike, relax. We'll deal with next week. You play the opponent that's in front of you, or you risk losing to the opponent that's in front of you. It's fine. Gonna get a bite next week, a bite the following week. Relax, guys. What did I say, Kasi GP? What did I say? What time did Chiefs score a goal? It was early, 10 minutes. Ow, Hugo Bruce. Is the Njamatot. The man that is leading the ugly football charge in South Africa. The man that is changing the way that we all look at football. Thank you, Hugo Bruce, for making it possible for South African teams to make it to final. Big that pyramids, we believe they won't fill the stadium. Okay, Butlali. Hey, it's fine. I'll stop. Even if they make it free, why can't we have scans like Bafana coach watching Kele. I have forgiven pyramids just for the 24th and the first. They must fix the country. Oh, Namawe. Hi, Karavo. What are you man? And I wasn't we tell them to leave us alone. 30 minutes in. It's a typical PSL game. Chiefs scored and took that first score, but then even the people in VIP are looking at their phones. They're looking at their phones. Guys, why I'm just asking Marawa. I says Austin Tabi. You don't want us to have nice things, Austin Tabi. Oh, we just gave away a corner. Dylan Solomons, get your head in the game, man. Was it Kunika? Who was it? Look at Nebi. Okay. While I understand Nebi's frustration, you don't lose balls like that. But I don't think you need that body language around the players. Like, how are they meant to play for you if every time you look back? Corner. Cleared. Let's see if we can counter. Come to Priest. Hamba to Priest. I wish I was that other team's fan, sad, not gifting. Because C-Sign says, if we're being honest, my first goal was a handball. But it doesn't say handball on the scoreboard. Goal 40 minutes, Marumo, trust me. And second half, goal back to going back to chest pains. But liwe manje baphela thina. Oh, okay. Chiefs, I want them at number 8. I need them to come to top 8 next season. Fans are not at the stadium because they're saving money for next week and the final. Oh, that's true. Happy people are only... Well, there was the people that got paid on the 25th. The pitch is dry, the ball bounces too high. C-Sign says, if we are being honest, Miles' first goal was a handball. Sorry, I read that. What if Pyramids played an ineligible player? What if? Oh, Levatla Pector. Elebana Levatla Pector. Oh, Bruce. 32 minutes in, it is 1-0. Half time, I'm going to let 5 people in so that we can speak about what's happening here. And since I see, man, the Paris fans are all missing. If we can get to 20,000 likes, I'll keep it open. Even if we get to it now, I'll open it up and we can have a conversation about whatever it is that we are seeing. Where do they take these coaches? Why do? Guys, I want a Celtic jersey so bad. Where can I get a Bloemfontein Celtic jersey? I'm looking for a Bloemfontein Celtic jersey. Oh, wait, Solomon. Oh, Solomons. Thank you for winning the ball back, but you shouldn't have lost it in the first place, Solomons. The noisy neighbors must suffer another 10 years, no top 8. It means I have to tap the screen a lot. Yeah, tap the screen. It's free, guys. Just do this. Look. 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 Just do this. Have I keep looking for you? Being Celtic fans, I miss them so much playing at Vodacom Park. Oh, Vodacom Park. Kana, what was the other one? Cesar Mabodu. Then Free State Stars had Gobble Park. Guys, I'm not lying to you. There's not much happening in this game. There's not much happening in this game. Which I think is a good thing for Chiefs since they've got the lead, but there's not much happening here. Oh, HMPG. ODI. Kind of ODI. Which one was the one that used to host the Telkom Charity Spectacular? Rosler is not anywhere here. The only defender we have on the bench, well, two, is McCarthy and Miguel. But that's the only central back, center back that's there. Maybe Aiden can play on the right, but there isn't a direct replacement for Aiden. For Solomon, sorry. So now you're playing with the calculator. If Polokwane and Amazulu wins, back boom, back to 9. Boss my Kupadi, please stop with these hypothetical situations. Mudise, it was Glodili Lepo who scored. Individual brilliance. Dr. Molecular Stadium. Polokwane just won a penalty. Sure. I'm sure Michel Tabile. Sorry, that's the hot game. I think I'd like to see Castillo come onto the pitch at some point, to be honest with you. I'd love to see Castillo. To see how he plays without Sereno. I'd love to see Mteto coming in. And maybe let's try this. Maybe Ngobo with Castillo being backed up by Mteto. What do you guys think of that as a 3? This is again Solomon's.
Sisekake. We're in big trouble. Nothing is coming right. And nothing will ever come right.
Zwat says, well, it's a boring game. Nothing is happening here. Those are the only sounds I have. And then they only have these stock ones on this one. But even DDC plays better. TikTok doesn't know, man. You know, Gallants could take this. Gallants could take this. Ow! Kasi GP, Danko! Ay, man. Danko! Ushka. Oh, that's so cool. Ushka. CAF finalists are just landed still. Oh, agent. We're waiting for the other team to land. Did you by any chance see them anywhere? Taki Kaizer Chiefs with the dragon crowd. Jeez, man. No combination plays like ABC Motsepe, but the agent to actor. But did he come back with other people, man? 39 minutes in, it is 1-0. Sure. Honestly, there's not much happening here. I'm not going to lie to you guys. There's not much happening here. In fact, Gallants has looked like the better team quite a bit, quite a few times. They struggle to get into the box, but in terms of their play, they've put Chiefs under immense pressure. Here comes the free kick tipped over by Vum. Agent says, I hear they've been held at the airport security to explain unknown goods they were caught with. I know one good they're not going to be caught with, but okay, let me leave it alone. Imagine Vuma having to push the captain away. OT, you can go spend time with your family. Secret agent, how are you? Yeah, I'm sticking to my guns. I want to see a midfield three of Mteto, Castillo, and Ngobo. Single pivot, 2 10s. Oh.
Sisekake. We're in big trouble. Nothing is coming right. And nothing will ever come right.
Can I just say, both goals feel like training goals. Both goals feel like training goals. That goal shouldn't have gone in. 1-1, just like that. Yo, where's Mashian? Did Cross jump the ball? Yo, Namawe. They hit it straight back to the side. They hit it straight back to the side where Vuma was, and he couldn't do anything with it. I care. I told you 40 minutes Marumo will score. I care. Didn't you say 60? Mr. Mokwena, mina zange ngilali izolo, vele ngifisa nidliwe. Mara mhlakwana. Unketsa tjena. Unketsa tjena. Mokwena heni. Heni. What is the keeper doing? I don't, guys, I don't know anymore, man. Like, wait, you can't even commentate too much, because that wasn't a goal that came from a move. It wasn't a goal that came from anything. It was just a ball that was played in and they didn't deal with it. Like, and I told you guys, but Gallants is playing better, man. As long as we have Boom, I don't expect a clean sheet. I was disappointed when Chiefs supporters celebrated our downfall in Egypt. I'm not gonna lie, I was celebrating in Egypt. Oh, you mean last night? Oh, no, last night, Shem, it was sad, man. I said 40 in second half, the score will be 1-1. Okay. Speculator Spady says, I was disappointed when Chiefs supported celebrated. I Vuma says, Autumn, I told you. Guys, there's still time. Little Damang, there's still time. Don't worry. Worst thing that can happen is a draw. But things will end 2-1. I don't even know where the goal is going to come from. Marumo Gallants is way more organized than we're giving it credit for. Way more organized. What did I do? But the comedy show has started. Don't people know what rivalry is? Mart is always chasing. He was supposed to close that ball. When I tell you, when you remember the things I said about my team, CAF should cancel this away goal rule. It's long overdue. I like the away goal rule. Okay, guys, in the comments, what problem do you have with the away goal rule? Just let me know briefly there in the comments. And then those who like the away goal rule, just let me know there in the comments why you like the away goal rule. I like the away goal rule. I think it adds urgency. I think it kills the vibes. Man, I want an open game. Oh, they'll look each other in the eye. Why is it unfair, Butlali? It makes first legs boring. Marakere, the home team of the first leg must make it unboring by scoring. Here comes a corner. Aukiole Sereno with his wife. Are you aware UEFA cancelled it? Worst part, it only applies in Africa. Because you can't just get it. I like it. I like it. Because, for example, Pirates yesterday, it gave stakes to the game, guys. I just saw that Chiefs fan got into... Who got into an accident? I like the away goal rule. It complements their home ground advantage. And it makes both teams have to work more at certain places. Like last night's game of Pirates was exciting. Even though I still believe that Pirates shouldn't have played that game like that. But it was exciting, Nasham. Marumo is carrying out a bunch of Chiefs fans using a taxi. Oh no. Do you know any details about it? Are there fatalities? Look at how they're all looking at him while he's talking. It's like, Utindo muntu. They said, like, please stand up and translate. Okay, at least there was no fatalities. They don't understand a thing. Yeah. So this Chiefs is going to win the CAF Confed. Of course. Of course. Don't worry about us. Okay, halftime. I'm going to let 5 people in. Wow, guys, what a boring game. Yo. For those who say that I always say this about Sundowns, but what a boring game. Yeah, no, it's getting Butiza is going to be cancelled because the North is going to complain. When Ahly is busy writing the statement right now that's going to get that thing scrapped. Because that's all they listen to, really. Multi-guest, what's happening? Let me do this then in the meantime. Sorry about that, guys. Just trying to get multi-guest running. Remember that you can jump in and tell me exactly how you're thinking. Okay, wait, let me do this. There's nothing here, guys. I don't want to lie. Guys, my multi-guest is not opening. Ah, there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. CJ, showstopper, welcome to the show, man.
Ala.
Hi, CJ. I'm fighting, man. I'm fighting to keep awake in this thing. How do you feel about this game?
Look, I think it was a very boring first half. Beautiful goal by Lilepo. Musabu Al-Ahly goal, Ganji. You can see, man, look what it's got the same essence. It's got that Musliminism. It's it's got that thing that after scoring you bow down. It's like Al-Ahly so.
I see more pyramids, so.
It's a pyramid so. But anyway, listen, Solomon's, I don't know what's going on with him. I think he needs to get his game into this. He's losing unnecessary balls. I don't know whether it's because he knows that there's no one who can play right back on that starting lineup on that level.
Could we see Queen Nika return to right back?
No, that would be open up N2. We will be opening up national road to scoring goals if we get Guinika to play in that right back.
Yeah.
So yeah, other than that, I think also Chabalala is not controlling the ball, he's not detecting play, I don't know what's going on. Mart is winning, doing unnecessary things. And not clearing, is not clinical. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I don't know. I think Chiefs, there's something that they need to tell us. Lastly, before I end, notice the Chiefs bench in the coaching department.
Yeah.
I think there was a shift in terms of who's in second in command, because if you see who's sitting next to Narpi, is no longer Kazimar, whatever the other guy's name. Yes, now who's standing next to Nabi?
Ben Kali.
The guy that, yes, who I have got some odd reason, I've got faith in that guy. I think they should just.
Why are you planning coups?
But I think something is going on at Chiefs that they need to tell us what's going on with the players, their mindset, their attitude. There's something wrong. There's something wrong. There's something wrong. I don't know what's going on. They need to tell us.
I'm gonna come back. Let me bring you Bongs. Bongs, welcome. What did you think of first half, man, Bongs?
Oti, the way this game is so tactical, aka boring, I tend to speak nonsense on the show today. Because what I'm only focusing on today is the fact that the coach who fanaka message at the bench. And then I got off the message to Ben Khalif. Ben Khalif is not and guess French as a translator into Tunisian English. Then after turning it into Tunisian English, goalkeeper coach Kenya 2 cents high. After Kenya 2 cents high, that other one called Brendan Peterson, Lena can't do the qualification. Why if Italian not looking some fiber high Lena mono then the players start playing this way. Then Rona defense are complaining. But communication factor from the bench. This mishaps in the stadium. So now, who are we to blame when the message doesn't get to where it has to be? Because one coach was for China.
Marabong's 25 games into the season. Abana system nyana.
System eating, but communication factor is the problem.
No, get your system ya communicate, man. Maybe over ruta French nyana, man.
Oga ruta le khalatele le zolo, Joams French le zolo le hloethat. Le zolo le hloethat, oga ruta le zolo French guy. On to bona go etsa ntho tse. Re qeteletse re sena le di left back ka tsona tsena. Because go tsantsa bapale center. Unto thi ya left back o kwala. Ho to overlap. Yena ha overlap. O ya middle field. O expectileng ka coach e bone Sefora, wena le Zulu. Unto mlela khulumise Zulu. o moemeletse khulume sezulu yena o bolelela chintontšhang ya hae ya French.
Box re ke ke botlhale ai box mara botlhale ai
Mara bongs bana wa banna.
banna
Insanga bongs wa banna.
botlhale, what are you saying from this game, my brother? Welcome.
OT, let me just start off and say, na Pirates guy Chloya, OT. Na guy Chloya Pirates. OT, let me just get that out of the way, OT. And yo, what a boring game. What a boring game, OT.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, OT. Kore kutswafa low level live here, OT. Because there's just nothing happening, OT. And I don't blame you for it. I don't blame you for it because the game, yo, I could sleep. And like, you know, lately, OT, lately, you know, my sleep schedule has been, you know, not the greatest. So all I need to do is just watch Chiefs matches. I'll go to sleep nicely, OT, nicely. But OT, Marumo Gallants is pinning us down. OT, if you look at the game, we've been playing in our own half for most of the game. OT, what does that say to you about Chiefs this season? OT, 25 games into the season. 25. And we are getting pinned down by Marumo Gallants. I will say it again. 25 games, a big team like Kaizer Chiefs is getting pinned down in their own half by Marumo Gallants. That is a disgrace. I'm sorry. That is a disgrace.
Do you think Cross and Quinica have done well?
I think Quinica has done well. I haven't seen much from them because the goal really didn't come from anything. You know, the goal came from, you know, Vuma should have done better. I will say that Vuma should have done better. As a goalkeeper, you don't parry the ball into such a dangerous place. And also the second shot, he literally touched it. Could have done better. That goal was avoidable. But the centre back pairing, I think we haven't seen much from them because we haven't defended in transition much. And I feel like this team, the system, if you can call it a system that Nabi is trying to infiltrate into the team, is a high line. So in a high line, you defend, even though that high line is getting pinned down, disgraceful. But the high line, you defend in transition. We haven't seen that because it's like they are making us look like a small team. OT, we are defending every 11 players behind the ball. OT, it's to South Africa itself. OT, to the brand of Kaizer Chiefs, it's a disgrace. OT, the game is boring. If you get one more goal and make it boring, I have no complaints because 3 points, it doesn't say on 3 points that the game was boring. Let's just go score another goal. Hamba to Priest. Hamba to Priest is how we get the next goal. Hamba to Priest.
Let me go. I want to bring in Nick. Nick, welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you, brother. How are you?
Hey, Nick, I'm bored, man. What's happening here?
I'm sleeping here as well. I don't know what's happening, brother. I'm sleeping, I'm snoring, watching the game. There's no flow, Pudi. What's happening?
And it's both teams.
Yeah, it's both teams, but like much better. Marumo Gallants, they do have like more corners and more free kicks coming to us. It
and
shows
more
that
shots
they
and
want
more
the
shots
game.
on target.
Yeah, it shows that they wanted the game more than us, man. I'm not too sure what is happening. So I think it needs to start from Yusuf Mat and Kele and do to start combining in the middle. And then obviously nice goal from Ulilepo. He pushed, eliminated very well to get that goal. Well done. But like I'm not too sure what is happening. And also Dupree, I don't think he is a striker. I don't think he's a striker. Like how he plays, he knows he's a speedy player. Like he's a speedy kind of a player. So he needs to stay with that last man to create space for the midfield to put the ball to him. So I'm not too sure, man. The game is boring, man. You don't even know what to talk about. Like,
Can you explain to me that front line? Who's playing where? Lilepo, Duba, Dupris. Who's playing where? Shabalala.
I'm not too sure also. I think they've shuffled for no reason. Like, I mean, the coach has got like something to tell the players coming in to the second half, because
Yeah.
I think they've shuffled. You don't know who's playing where, especially in do or die. You feel like he's playing in the middle field, but he's not pressing going forward. He's just static, like standing with Ucele. So I'm not too sure what is happening here, man. A lot needs to be done about Kaizer Chiefs.
Okay, CJ, you've got Ntori McCarthy, Miguel Castillo, Mteto Matlou, Morris and Potsane. Who are you changing? What are you changing? What would you like to see from the second half?
You see, it will also depend on what Nabi is trying to do, because I've noticed this. Chief strikers are playing almost the same thing with
Yeah.
Morris, with Ranga, with Dupreez. Even when Duba is up 9, you will see that there's a way of striking that Nabi likes. That is why you always say his strikers deep. It's like we've been complaining, why is Dupreez not at in the line or in the shoulders of the defenders? And it's
Yeah.
a Nabi instruction that he doesn't want him there. He wants him to come assist in the defense. That's why even Morris, when he's there, you will find him in the center of the midfield, winning balls and turning them over. So it means that it's not a Dupreez thing. It's a Nabi thing. So clearly, Nabi doesn't believe in playmakers. Even when Serino is there, he's not a 10. Even when George Matlou is not a 10. Watch the Dupreez goal and see where Matlou was. He's the one that is crossing the ball in the left, in the right. So for me, there are certain players that I don't think are going to do well with Chiefs structuring, like Nkosi Ndipile Ngcobo. I would love Nkosi Ndipile Ngcobo to come in as a 10 and stand behind the strikers and put Morris in. And have Nkosi Ndipile Ngcobo come and collect the ball, either whether you put Oxen and you put in Castillo to come in play as a 6 and an 8, and have Ngcobo play as a 10 to come and collect the ball, win the ball, turn them over, and have Maurice in front of him, and have a Maurice in front of him. So those will be my changes going
Prediction?
forward. 2-1 Chiefs.
Bongs, what do you change second half and what's your prediction?
Oti, Reta trigger there at up front there. So we'll take out Duba, put in Potsane, and move in Lilepo into the center line. Even the main striker. That's all I can do for now.
And then Dupreez, Anna.
We will just play behind Lilepo. As I would say, Spitisa high just to get the balls for Lilepo.
Go prediction.
2-1. Kaizer Chiefs.
Butlali, what do you change in the second half and what's your score prediction?
Oh, Nkosi yami, ish. Hey, let me just Matlou Ngcobo in. Why? Because to put in Dupreez from deep, put in through balls from deep, and then I want Edson Castillo on. Why? Because I want those late runs into the box, and not your normal crosses, but like kind of driven crosses, so that he can get on the diving head or something like that. For now, that's how I'm standing, because you can't really. There's not much to analyze. Therefore, there's not much to to predict what Nabi's gonna change, because it's just harder, because there's nothing there. So yeah, that's what I do.
Nick, what do you change in the second half and what's your score prediction?
Yeah, what I can say, I think Morris is needed in this game, just to add like width up front, and also Nkosi Ndipile Ngcobo. I see now he's coming in. I think he's gonna make a big difference, and also I would put in Potsane. If all these 3 players can come in, I'm sure there's something they're gonna do. But like from how the game it is right now, I see Chiefs going down. It's gonna be 2-1.
Okay. Guys, we are getting ready for the second half. It looks like Mtetwa and Gosimpile Ngobo are coming in. Also have a former Kaizer Chiefs player over there, Marumo Gallants, who's coming in now for Marumo Gallants. So let's see what's going to happen. Hey. But in Gallants we believe. Hi guys, Tukalang Gallants, man. Tukalang Gallants, man. Let me just make sure. Remember that for the time, whatever my timer says, add 45 to it and you'll know exactly what the time is right now. Okay, so let's see how the second half is going to pan out. For me, what's lacking from Kaizer Chiefs and from Marumo Gallants is an actual plan. They don't have a plan. These guys are not playing. They're just kicking the ball around on a Saturday afternoon as if Patalako Park. And that is the problem with this game because both teams don't have plans about how they're going to get forward. Now, Marumo Gallants, I will say, has been the more aggressive team. According to the stats at halftime, they've had 6 shots, 5 on target, and then of course they've had 4 shots and 2 on target on Kaizer Chiefs' side. So that just tells you a story about this game. Now, hopefully Kaizer Chiefs can come alive a little bit, or else they are going to be punished again. But here we go. Oh, why did he play it there? Okay, so Utkayele, Bakip Utkayele, Bafagungobo, and then Solomon's out for Mtetwa. So it does look like Mart is playing right back. Oh, Kosia. Ooh, Mart right back with Quinika and Cross. Coach Nabi doesn't care about this game, does he? Like at all. He doesn't care about this game, ne? Gets to a Nedbank Cup final and gets to CAF Confed and like he's taking games off. We need the points though. But okay, let's see how it's gonna pan out. Here comes Kaizer Chiefs. Mart right back. Yo, and this is why they love Mart. They tell him to go anywhere he goes. Oh, look at that defense, man. You just need one pass, one proper pass. Michelle says, don't love. Aye, Michelle. Aye. Navi doesn't care about this game, guys. He doesn't care at all about this game. Hopefully we don't lose it. But maybe you'll get something funny here and then they'll start performing. Ooh, Cross. Well played, man. Man of the match, Yusuf Marta, guys. I haven't seen him do in this game. Like, there's so many players that we haven't seen anything from this game. Look at this. So, hey guys, I'm just gonna open. Here's one of the members. Ow. Request a person type. Remember. Look at how they all ran away from the ball. Nabi thinks his players are like Morena, who can play everywhere. Mart is like Morena, man. He's captain. He's everything. Look at how nicely Cross is playing, guys. Can we give Cross his flowers? Good luck on yesterday's game. Yesterday's games next week. Rumela DM. Send me a DM. I'll tell you about memberships. You can even subscribe here on TikTok if you want to. But yeah, I'll tell you how to become a member. So just send me a DM. Marco says low 1-1 vele. Yeah, ki 1-1 vele. Yo. Nebi. Hey, this man is frustrated. These guys are not taking this seriously. Hey, Agent Pella, if I say it out loud, remember I got a warning. When I said it out loud the last time, remember I got a warning. Yo. Mr. K, all I want to see is Chiefs suffer. Yesterday they celebrated our loss. They must suffer. Who from Chiefs was celebrating the loss? No one was celebrating the loss. We were feeling you guys. We were feeling your hurt, your pain. So how do we... since half time. We've been controlling the game. We're busy cycling the ball. Oh, Vutlali, you're against both of them. I, as Mamelodi Sundowns fan, carry good luck Nedbank Cup. Danko, Marco. Sundowns fans in the comments, do you want Chiefs to win the Nedbank Cup? Oh, here comes Marumo. Dealt with. Away. Chief on Twitter celebrated. But you know, pirate agent, tlogela Rothmans, Joe. Tlogela Rothmans. Please leave the Rothmans alone. Do not just beat Pirates. Yeah, we might even lose next week so that we're ready for the 10th. But he never, ever. Okay, Michelle, who are you behind? Mashia Mashle says, I felt nothing for Pirates. They went to Cairo only to lose. '53, 51 minutes in. It is 1-1 still. Marumo Gallants with a free kick on the right-hand side of Chiefs' defense. Left-hand side of Gallants' defense, just outside the box to the right. So let's see if they can make Vuma work here. Cease. The changes were Kale coming off for Nkosipile Ngobo, and then of course it was Solomon's coming off for Umthetwa. Would this ruin Solomon's confidence? They can support Chiefs the 10. Que tla palama ka skipa sa Chiefs. The 10th, we'll see. It means nothing, yo. Middle 95, I want 3 Chiefs Downs Pirates to compete at CAF and the FIFA Club World Cup because SA is best. Melo, you're gonna have to wait for Stellies. Stellies is closer to that than Chiefs. That will only block the midfield, I'm telling you. I'd still much rather have him there. My worry is our right back. Ooh. And there's no Tele even. So we're gonna watch Kanabaring Haram ball. We're going to watch a really, really, really bad football here. Yeah. Look, Mart. Oh, Nkosiam. Look at Chiefs next season, you'll see. We live in hope. Mara. Yo. Mart, don't push up, buddy. You're gonna leave Quinica alone. Our players don't know how to win the ball. They always foul opponents as easy. Time Traveler says we can qualify via backdoor like Sundowns. Sizofa induku ngeyi-3 and 10 if sidlala kanje. Hey, no, cha. Wow. Seaside says, I'm not at this point. I'm just gonna appreciate anything. Martu, the wonderful pass. One of the greatest passes there, Bashir Matle. What a great pass there. Look at Nebi. Okay, guys, look. I have my issues with Nebi. Tactically, I have my issues with Nebi. I have my issues with the way that he wants to play. I have my issues with the way he manages players. But, when you start seeing Nebi on the sidelines, when you start watching him properly on the sidelines, you can tell that is one frustrated man. He can't imagine why this team, it's like he could get onto the pitch and pull them all forward because, what is this that we're watching? Nah, he's standing there busy. Hey, there's no stress like being a Chiefs coach. There's no stress like being a Chiefs coach. Last week, he had his head on the bench frame and he was just shaking his head and I was like, he can't believe what he's saying. I also can't believe what I'm seeing here. Watching Kaizer Chiefs like Netflix, you're always waiting for next season. I'm mad. They're asking who's your right back. It's Mart, man. Hey, Mar. Yo, like he's over these players. We'll never succeed. Just forget OT. Says Butale. Unmatched says being a Chiefs coach, you slim very quickly. Lulu says, hi, 1-1 Ganjan. I must go somewhere and come back. Last time you went away, they scored. That's what happened here. Butale said, sad thing, they'll be the same next week. Next week they could win. Next week they could win and we could get the biggest hope, the biggest injection of hope that you can think of. Following game by a loser. Following 3 games by Chiefs. You know how hard it is to do a review of Kaizer Chiefs? Like when I have to tell you guys what I saw and how they were playing and all of that stuff. You don't know how they're playing. Look. They should include supporting Chiefs on 1,000 ways to die. Butlali says amid next year. No, we'll see. He took off Solomon's, who was messing up. Musa says the draw is not enough. For you. Look, I wonder if you can make Zita come out like that a lot of times. Hit them on the counter, Chiefs, and get Zita to have to go cover the wing. Because Mart is slow. You could find yourself in a 2v2 centrally. Stop, boy. Mashia Matle says we lack quality up front. I'm not even crying for quality. At this point, I don't even care for quality. I just want you guys to shoot when you get the chance. I don't like Duba on the wing. Me neither. Why can't you play a 4-4-2? Hey, agent, there's that interference thing. Yeah, offside. I might as well ask the comments. We've been having a debate in the group. If you want to join the group, send me a DM or subscribe here on TikTok, where you can join the group. But anyway, we had a conversation in the group about offside and what constitutes an offside. So you see, in that instance, when that player was trying to play the ball and they missed it, if they touched it, would that count as offside, or would it count as it's touched an opposition player? right? So if you look at, I remember Lunga versus Marumo Gallants, where Kabadino Mhang was running behind him and he had to header the ball, and they gave the goal. Would that be offside because you are pressuring the player? How do you guys feel about that? I hate this rule. Agent, what did I say? Nabi will quit in the next 2 weeks. He's had enough, says his son. Mashia Mata says, how are the forwards going to shoot? They don't even know how to hold the ball. Oh, Cross, cool and composed. Yeah, Cross is playing, guys. Wait, has he gone to left back now? Have they cycled again? Why are we cycling? I don't understand. But it's not that complicated. Oh, his son says, but it's not that complicated. Is it? Okay, can the mere presence of somebody, like you're a defender, a ball is coming over, you hear footsteps from somebody who's behind you, and you play the ball because there's somebody behind you. You don't know whether it's onside or offside. You're just hearing footsteps, or you know somebody's close to you, and you try to play the ball quickly or in a rush, and you touch it by mistake. Now that player's on. What happens then? Or can we say that if the ball is coming in like that, that is interference? Or must the interference be purely to the ball? And what happens in the cases where a goalkeeper has a striker standing there, there's a shot taken, which he thought maybe it's a cross, and a goal is scored? Rules are clear. The difference between Lunga and... But it can't be distance, though. Oh, Castillo. The rules are clear. The difference in... Yeah, we might as well have other chats here because what are we watching? I don't know what we're watching, guys. Oh, these two teams. Misan, welcome.
Uthi shapu kunjani?
Oh, so only his son.
I am his son.
Okay, oh, welcome, his son. You have risen after Easter.
Ukraine.
Right.
I have been resurrected.
Ngwana mmedumela.
How are you, AJ?
Hey, his son.
I have been resurrected. I am his
Well,
Au. Ke tsa pyramids ba OT, ke tsa pyramids.
No, I came back because of pyramids. They relieve the pressure. Hey, senkhathele ukuminya.
So look, the chemical engineer failed you, man. No to me.
No, I was meaning, man. I couldn't watch. I couldn't watch properly. Now I can watch football. It's right. Look, Mr. OT.
yeah.
I just read a comment by agent saying distance is not a factor. Distance is definitely a factor, and it's actually written in the rules. Distance. So it speaks to control. Do you have reasonable control of the ball, right?
Okay.
We are not talking about someone who's challenging. You see, if you are interfering and you're clearly challenging, and then you would call for interference. Proximity to the ball is also key. So if the defender is rising and you are closer to him,
Sorry.
if you are closer to him and the defender is rising, then in that instance it's a clear offside. But if you are far and you have control and you try and play a pass, that is very different. So if you remember very well what I said about, I think it's Lunga.
It was Lunga with Mhango.
The rule is subject to interpretation in the sense of which was Lunga playing a pass?
Yeah.
Or was he defending? If he was playing a pass, then it would pass Ilona, factor A control, is that he had control of the ball. You understand? But if he was really defending, just like how Umbogazi was defending, really stretching and had no control, then it's offside. It's clear, Mr. Uti.
So then, now my question has always been, can we define interference as awareness of a player? So, for example, in that Lunga situation, if he is aware of Mhango and maybe not aware that Mhango is offside, and all he knows is that there's a player behind me, maybe if he didn't have that awareness, he lets the ball go, if that makes sense. So could we make the argument that Mhango is technically interfering with how Lunga would have played that ball?
That is a very fair question, Mr. Uti. I mean, in as much as I will still refer to it distance, which he could have played that ball either way, and he had control of that ball. Umbogazi, in a sense, was very much aware of what was happening. Without the striker, he doesn't even play that ball. He doesn't even stretch himself. He's like, okay, China's got this covered. You understand? So your question is very fair. Where it probably loses its legs is the fact that that ball, Galunga, was literally almost from it deep. We, as at Morocco also called an arrows half. He could see that ball for the longest time, and he had control of that ball. You understand, Mr. Uti? And I don't think it would be in the interest of football. I born boy to say he would have not played it. He had no reason not to play it. For instance, if I have control of the ball, Mr. Uti, and here's a striker, goalkeeper, can I say he is offside because he's affecting where I'm passing the ball next?
But
If
like
I'm using Sundowns and Pirates as an example because I think they are very fitting. If I am Suarez and I'm shaky, and Ronan Williams is very comfortable and he's calling for the ball, but when I look at Tuba, I'm thinking Tuba your press. Then I decide no, I'm not gonna pass Ronan Williams. The ball is with me. I decide I'm gonna pass is 6 Lapa mokwena. He is in an offside position, but is he not interfering with what I'm gonna do? He definitely is. But because I have control of the ball, then we can't call it offside.
I look at it as, let's say a ball is played through, and as a defender, I know you're offside. Can I leave the ball and just watch it roll past me, knowing that Malume Kutz was offside behind me?
Definitely, you can.
You get what I mean?
If you don't touch it, then it's still offside.
But that's with me knowing that you are there, let's say knowing you're offside. But if I don't know, if I don't have that information, I do something different because I just, nangumuntu.
Which is exactly what I'm saying is with the distance and the time that you are afforded. Now imagine if I have the ball at my feet. Let's further indulge the issue of control. If I have the ball at my feet, do I pass a goalkeeper when there's a striker who's in an offside position? Remember, you can't be offside because I have the ball. But if I have the ball at my feet, would I still pass the goalkeeper who is tightly marked by an offside striker?
Maybe by mistake, maybe in panicking.
Exactly. So decision-making a player will be affected by that player who is ordinarily in an offside position. But because I have control, we can't then blame that very player.
Okay. Let me let Agent come in because we're also having this call. Agent, we've got our ref back, man.
Thank you, Pyramids of Egypt. Thank you. Thank you. And I thank you again. Now he's gone now. His son.
No, I'm listening. Remember, most of the game here, I'm assessing refs here.
Okay, his son. No, man. But again, two things. Oh, his son. Two things. His son. Anyways, two things. The thing is, was he defending? Yes, he was defending. Was he in control of the ball? That's where I disagree with you a bit. Remember, he's backtracking also, and he hits him. If you are saying he was passing, who was he passing to? Like that's why I kind of like I don't get it, and also when the guideline talks about an action that impacts the ability of an opponent to play, does it not talk?
Ah, sis! Ah, sis!
I don't know. Does it not
No
talk
way!
to what Ono was talking about?
Ah, sis! No, guys, I'm sorry. Marumo Gallants has just scored. Ball played young, Kosiami. Agent, you could okay. It was a free kick, ball played in. Yeah, there's the interference. Is that an offside interference? Anyway, agent.
Yeah, I think Abutikuzo got the gist. Now my trail of thought has left, but I think you got the gist of what I was trying to talk about.
Here's the question. So let's look at this one. For number 14 here, there's a free kick played. For number 14, let's say there's a suspicion of offside. He's gone for the ball, and that has maybe taken up Bruce's attention to that guy. It bounces and goes inside. If that guy was in an offside position, would we call it offside for interference?
Yeah, I think this one he is because he
Yeah.
he's made an attempt to play the ball. For me is when you don't make the attempt to play the ball, when now you are standing in an offside position. And that's why I'm asking Abutukuzo does not talk about to the guideline that's talking about an action that impacts on the ability of the opponent to play the ball. Because like you rightly mentioned, if I'm aware and I have that self-awareness, I can leave the ball. I don't have to head it.
Do I respond?
Yeah, you can.
Look,
I'd rather you respond than I speak about this game.
I'm glad that I had an extensive conversation about that very goal between myself, agent, and everyone in the group. That it was a very tight one, and testament to that was the fight that we saw between Victor Hlongwane and Ace Ngobo, that they didn't agree on that very goal. Now, if you're asking me which Ulunga Bega Pasavan, I've watched Sundowns enough to know which they pass the ball in that fashion when it's coming from far. I know them, which is unfair on them, of course, but it's unfair that I'm going to use that. But we know, Umvala, Grand Kekana, Tebogo Mokwena, when that ball is coming from far like that and they know they're free, they will occasionally knock that ball down. And Balkal, Lona, if it's interpreted with bege pass, you can't change it. Which is why I'm saying if I have the ball at my feet and I decide to pass the goalkeeper, now Kapatino Mango, Utsatsele, Bisal Sabinetin, do you call it offside?
Not again, guys. Not again. Not again, please. Aye.
The problem with Abutikutsa is he has a tendency to over-exaggerate the point. That's why, like today, no, we can't compare the feet and the head. Those are two different things.
No, you know what? No, listen, agent, you are
Yeah.
right. Because even the law itself says a ball in the air is difficult to play. Not that it states that as clearly as it can be. It says a ball in the air is difficult to control, right? However, what swallows Ulunga, and I'm glad we had this with this conversation with Nama, I felt with okay, you can give it as an offside. It's very difficult. What swallows Ulunga in this case is how far that ball traveled. But agent, it's a chance of venta.
Hi guys, no, for time. We'll make it a day. I'm just sad, man.
Out lapha engithi mayisaywe madoda bathi unemtanjela madoda ay enye out engibuyise ku TikTok lana hayi nemtanjela is too nice guys. Number 15 Marumo Gallants. That's one for the
Hey,
future.
let me bring in the concierge, guys. We'll make it a proper. I'll make it a show where we speak about this. Mara, yes. Hi, Hansel. Yo.
Hey, Mr. Oti, how are you, my brother?
You don't even have to ask, man. Chiefs is playing.
I think this has been the story of this season, Mr. Oti. Chiefs only plays, I think, well when it plays against Mamelodi Sundowns, Orlando Pirates, and Stellenbosch. I think in those games, that's where maybe you can say, as Kaizer Chiefs, we are performing well. I think that's where you can see a little bit of combination play, a little bit of structure, a little bit of direction. But when they play against these other teams, hey, it's a bit difficult. You can't even analyze correctly on what are they trying to do. I think this season they've struggled to play against small teams. Maybe it's the lack of information they have against those teams, or I don't
Ah,
really know.
I refuse.
I
I
don't.
refuse. That's the lack of it. I refuse. Ay, 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 ay. Okay,
I'm
can I
trying
can
to
I
put makeup on it.
can I ask you something? Do you think that Nebi was
Yes.
right to take this game for granted? You look at the players that he's chosen. You look at how he's made his subs. You look at how he's resting some players. Um, was he justified?
Mr. Oti, I think if all the other players had injuries, then it will be justified. But as I've said in the past in the first few games, I think the Kaizer Chiefs, they have not yet ended the luxury of squad rotation, especially in the first 11. For now, they haven't even had a solid maybe 6 players that you can say these players are, they can always be in the first 11, right? Sometimes it's due to injuries, but sometimes it's due to performance. So I don't think he has that luxury and affordability to just swap players just like that and just change the lineup just like that. Because now in games like this, they're important because you are trying to stay in the top 8. And if you check the distance between the points, distance between all these other teams, you'll still know there are about 5 teams that the difference maybe it's 2 or 3 points. If one team wins, or you go down, you go back maybe to number 10 or 11. No, this was a bad choice, a bad analysis from his part. I don't know what he thought because Marumo Gallants played against Paris, they beat us 2-0, and then we played against them, we won against them 1-0.
One
So
nil.
I don't think he should have taken this game very lightly.
He was thinking about the 8-1. Let me bring in Sfiso. Sfiso.
At the
As-
moment, I got nothing to say. I love the score.
Hey, okay. Agent, can I ask you, how do you take a team out of this? We're all now saying that Kaizer Chiefs only plays when they play the big games or against the bigger teams. How do you as a coach change this thing, man?
I'll come to that. Uti, you remember when I talked to you guys, not shame that yes, you guys won, but personally, I didn't see the play that you guys were talking about versus Sundowns. And at the time, it started like I'm a hater, but it wasn't a case of hating.
Yeah,
It was a case of, um, yes, people are going to say it's a game of mistakes, but how many mistakes like that of Suarez do you get? How many offside goals do you get in a day?
uh,
Chiefs
uh,
were given up on that game. We had 1-0 shame. You could see that even the fans shame. I didn't see a plan. But again, and I said to you that victory can be the greatest victory ever or the worst victory ever. If you guys go and win Nedbank, it's the greatest. If you guys go and lose Nedbank, it's going to be the worst because it covered over or it swept under the carpet a lot of mistakes,
yeah.
from this
I,
coach and from these players. Yeah.
I think for me, the thing is, the game versus Sundowns for me wasn't necessarily about too much of a plan. It was about two things: intensity and focus. So what I had pointed out for that game was that Modi was told to sit back. We hadn't seen that. He was leaving Cross high and dry. Cross had been asked to sit back a little bit more. They played with the front two. Like there was changes that were made that were helping focus wise. Like you see the mistakes we made here, for example, the mistakes we made in this game, we don't make them versus Sundowns. It's almost like they hyper focus. So I think that's my worry here that now we're playing against Gallants. You need these 3 points. You get what I mean? Like, Orlando Pirates is not 6 points.
let me but anyways, let me answer your question. I think it goes down to mentality, not just of the players but of the coach. I think you have to. I can't tell OT that hey, I'm taking this game serious, but he sees me. I come on the live and I'm joking around and talking about. No, it's giving the impression that I'm not even taking serious, even if I'm telling OT to take the game serious. So you can see from the get go that even the coach himself is not giving positive energy of I'm taking this game serious. I think for me that's my first starting point. And then the second starting point is when you take off Uqele, what is the drop off? What is the drop off?
What was the
You know,
expectation?
what was the expectation? When you put Mark as a wing as a fullback, what is the drop off? Now, and I'll give an example of what I mean by drop off. Let's look at Pirates. If you take out Osaling and you bring in on court, what is the drop off?
It's
You know,
minimal, you'd say, maybe.
you get, so
Yeah.
for me, I hear you guys on a starting 11 that you do need starting 11 players, but you also need a good bench that when you drop off, the drop off is not bad. I think that's the first thing, that when you make a substitution, your drop off should be minimal.
Yeah.
And then on substitutions also, as the coach, it can be that even at this time of the season, you are still getting your subs wrong. Like it can be, like to this day. Yes, I can forgive you. Maybe like Jose yesterday because he was under pressure, but this is a league game. You can't take me under pressure. When has Nabi ever made a substitution that like, wow, that's an incredible
A tactical substitution.
a tactical one, like wow, I didn't see that. I think again that's the problem with Chiefs. So it's not just players. I think it's the coach on top of that, and yeah, there's a long way to go. And I feel like next season, like I said, it's Netflix. We will be here again. If you guys don't win Nedbank Cup, we'll be here again. Next week, I know you guys are gonna draw or win, and then you get hyped up and then lose the final. Thank you.
Before I let in Uprachom, I'm going to say that from the get-go, we spoke about how this game doesn't seem like a serious game. You could tell it from how the team was constructed and put together. You could tell by having crossed Mashia, Nikwinika, and Solomons as a back four, even though you've got Miguel sitting on the bench. I know maybe it's an injury thing, maybe he's not quite ready, but you could already tell that something was going to go missing. Then you take out Abotsele. Guys, anyway, Prachom.
Hi, OT, how are you, my brother?
Every time I think Chiefs can't hurt me, I'll be fine during the game.
That's when it happens. Yeah, you know what's so sad about this game, Unguti? It's you know me. I hate bashing our players. I always see positive in them and hope. You understand?
Yeah.
But Ubavuma, my brother, I need the bench. We need to terminate him next season.
Evan.
Yeah, no, he needs to be terminated. You know what's so sad about the boy? Do you know he was never in form in his life since he was a goalkeeper, Chiefs? Akazukuba sefomini into enjani. Do you understand? It's very hopeless. I remember I spoke to Dr. Kumalo 3 years ago. Ngicela ubukelele ntana le. Whenever he gets the opportunity, doesn't take it.
Yeah.
You understand? He should have been a household name by now. He should have been a reserve goalkeeper, a national team. It's not happening. Happy Mashiane, Minakdala. I wrote off the boy long time ago. Namhlanje uthola opportunity. What does it do? You understand? We've been led. OT lama player lawa. I can't falter the starting 11 or what. These are Kaizer Chiefs players. You understand? And especially today, more Fagama player onguti, they've been trying to raise their hands to say we're ready. And then more Faga, and then they are not showing you. It can be very frustrating. We got a first goal. You understand? The game's supposed to be easy for them. What do they do? Ubavuma la bheka first goal ize yabuya. Any goalkeeper, you don't need to think of Kune. Any goalkeeper lela bhola libuye ngakhona. Bokumele ngabe at least ulidrope nangesandla nje ukuthi limele akhona ukuthena. You understand? It was an
Yeah.
easy ball to save. He failed. Bega this second goal, it's a joke. What kind of a goal is that? He can't position himself well. I mean, I can't falter my tactics. I can't falter the starting lineup. These are Kaizer Chiefs players who are supposed to be doing well. You understand? Whenever they get an opportunity, but Bega, I'm very disappointed. I don't know. Nala.
No, Prachomo. Thank you so much. Let me bring in Dipong. Dipong.
Hey, my brother.
You're born again. Already, I think.
Man, I just wanted to commend you guys. Hey, you guys are strong.
Where am I Pagania? Look, the Paganias are even Haymar.
Like the way I was beaten yesterday, like the sadness I felt, and you guys are living for this every day. How do you do?
What again? This is why Chiefs doesn't understand what we go through as fans.
Like I didn't understand what you're going through, guys. So now, like yesterday, I felt it. Like you guys are strong. I really commend you.
That's super. Oh, that's super. Pagania. How do you feel about this? Because when you're watching this game, this season, the Chiefs has been up and down all season long. Who's to blame here for you as somebody who's outside?
I think even the players, everyone, the management, the players as well, they are not serious. Do you know that since the season started, Chiefs win one game a month?
Yeah.
And the season has 10 months. So in 10 months, you will win 10 games.
Mara, why are you giving me facts? I asked for your opinion. Please leave me alone with these sad facts. Hey, guys, for time, hey, I can keep amongst man. For time. Let me bring in this Pitso. Make the right choice. Oh. Pitso.
Yo, thank you, my guest. What's up, Josie?
Pitso, Tabi.
Kore ne ke maketse hore na re ka tabula ma-Pirates a lesedi because ke a tseba hore ha bona ba le holo hobe ka o bona le ka rona ditlopet ko ga tjai ko Chiefs a ibori. No tjena ne re thabile re ba haisane pelo tsa bona di bothetse jwale se re tshwana le bona ona.
Ya re tshwana le bona ba iketsa betere ka rona.
Ayo gona ke ga ba happy bona ba se happy le gale.
Hey, a se ntse re lokisa jwang taba ena man. Nna ke kgathetse man.
Nna tsatsing lena ha ke bone nix hona ntse etswalang ka mona nnete fela mashano a mabi. Abdoti ha ke bone nix ha ona ntwe ke bona hore e betere re chance ha iyo ha ke bone ha iyo.
Jwale tshwantse re emele Sundowns.
Re tlo ijellwa fela ke maselesele fela kwana batho ba tswang Malomfanteni ntse ba re happy rona ha ba rona a Chiefs ya phoqa shem. Ai wena je ntogawane le nna please.
Ai na ke sa tseba e re ke je botlhale What's happening?
Football is cruel.
It's cruel. Your team is cruel, man.
It's brutality all around, Ochi. It's brutal. Ochi.
Yeah.
One day.
Guys, please mute when you come in.
Football's gonna kill us one day. One day, football's gonna kill us. Said by the words of the great Kholoko Tobejan, which fun fact is actually my uncle.
You must get
but
him on the show.
Chiefs,
yeah, we'll see.
Chiefs are
We'll see.
busy.
Really, guys. Whoa. Order.
We'll see. You know, let's just end the season once. End the season. Just end the season.
But
We'll
how do
see.
you fix this? How do we fix this? Every time we say next season, how do we fix this situation? Because it would be one thing if the players were playing like this all the time. But when we see them play against Sundowns and Pirates, you see them wake up and they start playing a different game. How do you fix this as a coach? Because they're capable of doing things.
Are you telling me how to fix the general Chiefs problem? What's happening in the club itself?
Everything on the pitch, everything.
OT. I'm gonna tell you what exactly needs to happen. I was actually thinking before the game, way before the game, 2 hours before the game. I was thinking about this actually. I said, OT, the Motaungs, OT, fire yourselves. You are still the owners, but fire yourselves from those type of positions. No. It's you can laugh, but it's serious. OT, fire yourselves from those positions. I don't want to see a Motaung as a CEO, technical director, nothing. OT. Maybe Jessica can stay as the marketing manager. That's fine. She's good at her job. But these people, they don't know anything about football. I'm sorry. So fire yourselves. Own the club, OT. Own the club. Keep ownership of the club, but appoint the CEO, OT. And then appoint a CEO that is capable of appointing a great technical director, OT. Appoint a CEO that's capable of appointing a great technical director that is capable of appointing a great coach and great players for the identity that we want to feed, OT. That is how we fix this problem, OT. That is how we fix this whole Chiefs problem, in my opinion. It's deeper than the coach. It's deeper than the players. It's top level management, OT.
And then Nebi, since we know they're probably not going to fire themselves, how does Nebi fix this on the pitch?
Oh, we can speak for 2 hours, OT. But general, OT. Nebi, drop the ego. Drop the ego and do what we were doing the times we had the claw. Cross, we stay in a back three and we play the boring football that we beat Sundowns with. Me personally, I don't think it's a thing of motivation. Okay, maybe the intensity and whatnot, okay, sharp, but the plan we came with at that Sundowns game. Let's just come with that plan every single game and maximize the points we get. If we come, sit in a back three, and use counters and press, I think that's how we finish the season.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, look at Nebi. He's frustrated, but for time, let me bring in General M22. General.
OT. Hey.
Hi.
You know, Buhlale has touched on 2 points where I agree with him.
Yeah.
One is that they let the season end to end our misery. 2, let the Motaungs fire themselves.
Yeah.
I will tell you why. Because where I don't agree with you, OT, I agree with you, but I want to show you another point. You know, these players, they play with adrenaline. The application that we see during Sundowns, it's a natural reaction of a body seeing a full stadium.
Well, even now, as they're under pressure, they seem to have gone to a different. You get what I get you.
Yes. So it's their body reacting. Where I agree with Buhlale to say these Motaungs must fire themselves, it's because when the Motaungs try either to instill discipline or to apply anything in the team, the players, the technical team, see them as people who don't deserve to lead them, as people who lead as if it's chieftaincy or a kingship. to say, Pila Pila, genuinely, you don't deserve to be there. You are only there because you're a Motaung.
Yeah.
So until you get somebody who qualifies to be there, who has proven, who has a track record to have proven to deliver somewhere else and come and deliver, this will be our daily, our season in, season out, because the application of the players is poor, extremely poor. Even, you see, to a positioning of Vuma, he can't even position himself as a goalkeeper. No, OT.
Yeah.
No, thanks, my brother. No, I give up.
Hey, I don't want to say too much because I'm just watching this thing now. Look, if I'm gonna let Bongs in, and then we're gonna speak about this game properly on Monday with the other games. Let me let Bongs in, then I'll tell you guys what I'm feeling. Bongs, Orenka 2-1 in a Bongs.
It was expected from the way they are playing. Wabona Lwena, they are not taking this game seriously.
Yeah.
Plus, coach Lena go blele try to fit a message, but the message is not passing through. The message is not passing through, so they are struggling to understand what's really going on. So that's why they are playing this way.
Marabongs, are we not giving Nebi too much leeway here? Kavan and I feel like Liana is part and parcel of all of this.
I wouldn't say for again only one. The people upstairs in Lebanon because they expect our Chiefs a certain type of way. But if it is a message low coach Leno Chante anke message our sebedise lona our fit is the player. Communication behind your Kaizer Chiefs. We lack communication. We will never be okay if the communication is not right. How I can understand that what do they want for Kaizer Chiefs moving forward? They'll get the results they want. Because right now, nobody knows who Batlang going forward. Even to fire Motaung at their own team, what good will it do? Because Lebona Batu Batlang, message on from the same people, but Unan Klapper, because Bona Babata Klapper in a certain way.
Yeah.
Remember the time Chincha Gulva himself graduated for Hare Khatalogona as fans? Oh, get la paba never you. It hurt me so much who Abuamanto cause Rona, Raga supporter, Chiefs Capilotona Fella Cabatro, one succeed. It's another Banabang, Evalidi Star, one and a winner, the league, winner the game, rather than losing to a mere Marumo Gallants today. Ritiva Gaba to Rebatel and Gabo DJ Tlio. Who would have thought the Chiefs to battle a goalkeeper get a DJ Tlio Aretala Vuma? I was straight on the radio. No, I got them a keeper. I got them a keeper in Vuma. And look what Vuma is doing. And we expect us to no. Rinke plaster on a redisel bafana. Dilo body bafana. Are we expecting a reset mamu? Nzare Get like a mere Marumo Gallants. A team of Kahana Wajalebo Matrini. Pirate Honobaja 8 1 Has there ever been a game where Kaizer Chiefs and Sirasi this season? Agent one said to Renault, our wins are just wins. We don't know how we win. We are just winning. We are just winning for the sake of winning. Hagena game plan. We don't even have a backline a solid. This season. And Kilaga the top goal scorer. The last top goal scorer Kilangabalwana get Parker. Today, Haraka top goal scorer. Kamutasko Gilem 4. Bodu Baba Skogile 4. Bafeda local scorer by better the crossbar. Or Avona by better the crossbar. Refeda low gray in equalizer. So they expect them from Chiefs as non order. Oh, no order, Chiefs. There's no order. Just watch and relax and stop worrying when I Chiefs here win a cup or lose. If you win, just celebrate. I accept or Scaba complain. Marava para le Sundowns shooting, or the logo puati. Just know, Sundowns on a ropa.
Yeah.
Yeah, just know that.
Okay, now for time I'm gonna jump in. Oh, thank you to the people that jumped in. Thank you to those that sent gifts. You know, there's such a big ego at Chiefs. Like, we still believe, and I'll say it over and over again, we still believe that, you know, somebody else is going to fix it. Tomorrow is going to happen. Next season is going to happen. We'll sign players. We'll do all of that. How dare you come into a game and take it off? How dare you? How dare you come into a game where we're trying to chase top 8, I get a top 8, top 6, let's try to get high up the pitch. And you come into a game versus Marumo Gallants and Miguel, a starter, is on the bench. Castillo, Bomteto are back, they're not playing. You take out Cele and you put Mart right back. You take Cross and put him center back. Like, where do you get the ability, the goal, the lever to say, yeah, we are going to rest players for Pirates on the 3rd? Like, Ziawa, and you're resting players for Pirates on the 3rd instead of coming out and beating Marumo Gallants, getting your 3 points that you need. Pirates is not 6 points. And then the players themselves. Guys, we all watched the first half together here. We all watched the first half together. Can you tell me, from the two teams, tell me what play did they have where you could say, you know what, these teams did something? What play? What did they do today? Outside of maybe that chance Gaduba and maybe the first Marumo, what did they do today? How do you come here and do that? How do you come here and do that? And it's very simple, this thing. We believe that next year something's going to happen. Nevi believes next year something's going to happen. The players believe next year something's going to happen. The Mtaungs believe something's going to happen. Nobody's going, what can we do now? I ask you the question. We know that these players are capable of playing a certain way. When they play versus Sundowns, they play versus Pirates, all of a sudden, Kirista, but focused. You're not going to see the mistakes like, let's say, the second goal. So then, have we now just become another mid-table, people are saying it here, mid-table team, where you wake up for certain games, you don't wake up for certain games. Because maybe it was your day, maybe your tactics just so happen to work versus the team, but there's no other work that is done. There's no other work that is done. Nebi's running up and down, they're busy getting angry and all of that stuff. It feels like it's all an act, guys. It's all an act at this point. You're performing for us on the sideline. What do you do throughout the whole week when you're going to go play Marumo Gallants? What do you do the whole week and then you come and you put this team together and we don't know how this team was meant to score? If I was to ask, even if this game was to go on for another 90 minutes, how was Chiefs going to score? And personally, I don't want to hear about language barriers. I don't want to hear about quality of player. I don't want to hear about management. I don't want to hear about any of those things. Go out and win the game. Go out and play something. In fact, lose the game. Lose it. But show us that you lost it doing something. Show us that you lost it with a plan. Show us that you lost it with, yazini guys, sizamile. Yazuduba simkipega 5. Akakoranga. Hey guys, get ground in such a shama touch. We have a plan, we're wanting to do this. Show us something. And lose, it's fine. But what did we watch in the first half? What was happening in the first half? Like, I don't need, wait guys, we're trying to fix these problems. Kadi champagne. We're looking at champagne problems, guys. Just fix this. It's a game. You're playing. Every single day you've got a game. Just fix it. Did he run away from his interview? Nazo? Guys. No. I think that's what... The nerve, guys. The nerve to come into this game and take it lightly. Where do you have the credit to be able to take this game lightly? The nerve for these guys to take yo guys. No, it's not about the right to winning games. Stupid. Whenever I have to say your username, stupid, it's funny. It's not about the right to win games. Can you tell me 100% that team has come out to go win this game? Can you tell me? Can you tell me that coming into this game, they played hard and they wanted to go win this game? Where do they get the liver, guys? The liver. Must try like be basically that they can take these games off. Imagine you're number 8, the great Kaizer Chiefs. What does Coach Levy say? Oh, big teams must play beautiful football. Yeah, he was telling us about, no, we could win all of these games if we play a low block and we play ugly football, but we need to play beautiful football as a big team. Be like, this is honestly speaking. You have no worry about Pirates. Pirates just came back. Pirates was in Egypt yesterday. They lost in the Champions League semi-final. Why are you looking to that game from number 9 or number 9 now? Why do you look to that game from number 9? You should be looking at your age mates. Keep up with Marumo Gallants. This Marumo Gallants team is literally on the same number of points as us. Magesi has a game in hand. If they win that game, they go 31 bas champ. Golden Arrows has 3 games in hand. If they win, well, relative to us, 9 points, they go over. Richards Bay wins their game, they go to 29 points. Supersport United has 3 games in hand, 9, they go to 32. Guys. But anyway, guys, my thoughts are going to be out in about an hour and a half, so I'm going to shoot my thoughts in full. But yeah, I don't know what this was. Kaizer Chiefs lost 2-1 to Marumo Gallants. And we'll go from there. Thank you to everybody that sent gifts. Kasi GP, Kat Dragon Crown. Thank you to everybody that commented, the guys who jumped in on the panel. We will speak about this game and the 2 games from last night on Monday, and then tomorrow on my YouTube channel I'm going to be dropping an interview I did with Jordaan Milford, which is funny because we spoke about some of these things in that interview, so look out for that. I'll put out the shorts and everything so you guys know exactly when it's going to be dropping. But anyway, guys, I'll see you guys on Monday. Ay,